Thank you for joining us for God's Word. Well, the man who's been lame for 38 years has been healed. And Jesus deliberately did it on Saturday, the Sabbath that they thought was so important. And remember, the Sabbath had become a master to them. It was created to bless them, to make life better for them so they could reset and get right with God and also get the rest that they needed. And you look at today's society, and we've got a bunch of adrenaline junkies that really need to take a Sabbath rest, whether it's on Saturday or Sunday or whenever it is. And Jesus, remember, said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. But so he goes away and he tells the Jews, who was it that healed you? And finally he found out it was Jesus, because Jesus said, you know what? Your condition was because of sinful behavior. Don't go back to that. And so the man went away, this is John 5:15, told the Jews it was Jesus who had made him well. For this reason, the Jews were persecuting Jesus. Now that's ongoing behavior, because he was doing these things on the Sabbath. And so I don't know when Jesus found them and said this, maybe immediately when they came to him and said, what are you doing healing on the Sabbath? He answered, my Father is working until now, and I myself am working. Remember back in chapter 2, he said that the temple was his Father's house. He drove out the money changers and said, my Father's house. And remember in chapter 1, John made it very clear that Jesus was God in the flesh. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then verse 14, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. The glory is of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So, Jesus is pretty well saying, you're criticizing God. My Father is working until now, and I myself am working. The Father doesn't get tired, and the Son does whatever the Father wants him to do. And so when they were saying, don't heal on the Sabbath, Jesus was saying, well, the God who created you, and you're the one that you're going to answer to, heals on the Sabbath. So, who are you dealing with? So if you want to look at a general overall theme for the book of John, you can go to John chapter 20, verse 31. These things are written so that, the purpose for which they're written. These things are written so that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God, and by believing have life in his name. Yeah. My Father's working, so if he's working, so am I. Have a great day.